Peace is our greatest possession. A human being who finds inner peace is a human being who has found God, wealth, and wisdom. The world outside screams. The noise is deafening. An avalanche of demands, worries, and expectations that crush the soul. We look to the future and see uncertainty, fear, and anxiety. It's as if we're in a perpetual storm, with lightning bolts of worry tearing the sky and waves of panic dragging us to the bottom. And in the midst of all this chaos, we lose the only thing that truly matters: inner peace. The truth, however, is that this storm is not in the world. It is in your mind. Anxiety is not an external event. It is an internal response. It's the result of an incessant mental dialogue, a chorus of voices that tell us to fear, to doubt, to expect the worst. The good news, the liberating truth, is that if anxiety is created by your mind, it can also be dissolved by it. Joseph Murphy, the master of the mind, taught us a universal law, an eternal truth, the law of belief. He wasn't talking about a blind belief, but a living faith, a deep conviction that resides in the subconscious. Your reality is not shaped by what happens to you, but by what you believe about what happens. Anxiety is not an enemy to be fought. It is a symptom to be healed, and the cure is not in running away, but in turning inward, to the point of power that resides in your own being. Your subconscious mind is like fertile soil, and your thoughts are the seeds you plant. If you plant seeds of fear, uncertainty, and worry, the harvest will be anxiety. But if you plant seeds of peace, trust, and security, the harvest will be serenity. The question is not whether you have the ability to plant, but what you are planting. Every thought, every emotion, every word you nourish is building your reality. Think of a friend you know, someone who always seems calm, even in the midst of adversity. It's not that their life is perfect. It's that their belief in peace is greater than their fear. They have built a fortress of faith within them. Your subconscious mind, obedient and unquestioning, accepts everything you offer it with conviction and transforms it into experience. When you believe that peace is possible, that security is your birthright, your subconscious mind works tirelessly to manifest that truth. This is the first step toward liberation, the total acceptance of belief as the creative force. It's not about trying not to worry. That is a useless effort. It's about reallocating your mental energy. Instead of fighting anxiety, start feeding the belief in peace. Say to yourself, not just with words, but with the deepest feeling, peace is my natural state. The infinite intelligence that created me is within me now, and it guides and sustains me. Prayer, in the sense that Joseph Murphy taught us, is not a desperate plea. It is a scientific act. It is the synchronization of your conscious mind with your subconscious mind for a common purpose. Effective prayer is the visualization and the feeling that the desired outcome has already happened. It is not a "I hope that" or an "if I am worthy." It is a declaration of fact. I have this now. To dissipate anxiety, scientific prayer is your greatest instrument. Instead of praying for anxiety to go away, pray as if peace were already present. Imagine yourself in a state of total tranquility. Feel the calm in your body, the lightness in your mind. See yourself walking through life with unshakable serenity. Dare to feel peace before it fully manifests. The subconscious does not distinguish imagination from reality. It only reacts to the feeling, a simple, powerful prayer that Murphy recommended. I hand this worry over to infinite intelligence. It knows the perfect answer. Peace is with me now. Repeat this phrase with feeling, with the conviction of a child who fully trusts their parents. With each repetition, feel the tension dissolve, feel the lightness take over. It is your subconscious mind, the architect of your reality, accepting your new order and preparing the manifestation of peace. Your imagination is the film studio of your reality. Unfortunately, most of us use it to rehearse tragedies. We rehearse the worst-case scenario, create dialogues of failure, and build scenarios of disappointment. And then, we are surprised when life seems to follow the script. Anxiety is the projection of a horror movie that you yourself are directing. The key is to change the script. Use your imagination to create a new movie. Visualize yourself living life without anxiety. Create a detailed scene where you deal with a challenge calmly and serenely. See yourself reacting to a stressful situation with total control, with wisdom flowing through you. Feel the emotion of victory, of tranquility, of success. It doesn't matter that the current reality is different. Your imagination is the only place where the future can be created before it happens. Murphy taught us that everything that exists in the material world first existed in the world of imagination. If you can see peace in your mind, if you can feel it in your heart, it is already real. It is only a matter of time until it manifests in your physical world. Anxiety is, at its core, the absence of love. It is the fear that suffocates the soul. The law of love is the law of attraction, the law of harmony. When you fill yourself with love, love for yourself, love for life, love for the infinite intelligence that pulsates within you, there is no room for fear. Love dissolves anxiety like light dispels darkness. Start to love every part of your life, even those that seem difficult. Be grateful for every challenge, for it is an opportunity to grow. Be grateful for every breath, for every beat of your heart. Feel gratitude for the sun that rises, for the rain that falls. Gratitude is love in action. It is the signal you send to the universe that you are in harmony. And when you are in harmony, the universe conspires to bring you more harmony. The law of love is not an abstract concept. It is a practical and tangible force. Start sending loving thoughts to the people in your life, even to those who have caused you pain. Forgive. To forgive is not to forget. It is to free yourself from resentment, from the poison that corrodes peace. When you forgive, you heal. When you love, you manifest miracles. Anxiety cannot coexist with love. Doubt is the main enemy of peace. Anxiety feeds on uncertainty, on the belief that something might go wrong. Murphy taught us that doubt has no power in itself unless you accept it. When a thought of doubt arises, do not fight it. Just replace it. When the voice of fear whispers, "What if it doesn't work out?" your inner voice must respond, "What if it does? What if the universe is working in my favor? What if I am guided every step of the way?" With every thought of fear, replace it with an affirmation of faith. This is not a game of willpower, but a game of focus. Where you place your attention, energy flows. Think of a swimmer training for an aquatic marathon. He doesn't spend time thinking about how he might drown. He visualizes the finish line. He focuses on every stroke, on the strength of his body. He trusts his training. His mind is focused on success, and because of that, success becomes inevitable. You are the swimmer, and life is the marathon. Don't waste time with the possibility of drowning in anxiety. Focus on every stroke of faith. Focus on every thought of peace. Trust in your innate intelligence, in your subconscious, to take you to the finish line, to total and unshakable peace. The peace you seek is not in a distant place, in a different circumstance. It is not in a future free from problems. Peace is within you now. It is your inheritance, your natural state, clouded only by the curtain of anxiety that you yourself have erected. Tear down that curtain, today, at this very moment. Decide with an unshakable conviction that you are the master of your mind and not its slave. The power to heal, to attract, to create, to love is within you. It is the silent voice that cries out for your attention. The same voice that inspired Joseph Murphy and all the great masters before him. Dare to believe. Dare to imagine. Dare to feel peace in your heart, even if the world outside is still in chaos. Because when peace manifests within you, the outside world will have no choice but to bow to your new reality. You don't have to wait for a miracle. You are the miracle. The power of the mind that heals anxiety is the same power that manifests miracles in all areas of your life. You hold the key, use it, and enter the garden of peace that awaits you. Now, if this script resonated with you, please like it, subscribe to the channel for more teachings from Joseph Murphy, comment below on your biggest insight, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message.